Hello, everyone. Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue here. Please state the nature of your emergency, along with Braylif and our humble DM, Coffee Lich. How are you two doing today?
Oh wait, shit, I
Doing
wasn't
good.
ready.
Oh,
Doing alright.
cool.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Also, welcome into Emperor Jesta. Thank you for stopping by as we start episode 19 of our Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign. Very excited to pick up where we left last time.
What the hell we all?
Yes. Let me go ahead and reveal from under here. Floop. And let me take a look at my notes. So last time we were heading west, and I remember around somewhere, I guess it was around here, I saw a tall, seemingly young woman, which now makes me feel like she's probably like 3,000 years old, but looks like she's 30, with red hair and an elegant black dress. We love to see it. Heading west, along with a human man with a fairly scruffy beard and his mid-30s, walking just a couple steps behind her. She rounded the corner, she disappeared. I went through, I saw a fine red mist, and I did what any good adventurer would do, any reasonable person would do in that situation, and began to breathe in the fine red mist for non-suspicious reasons. And I'm still alive for now.
Woohoo! That's what we love to hear.
Then after that, we made it all the way to the end over here. We found an interesting room. There's a desk. There's like a makeshift carving under it. There were alabaster funerary urns covered with dust and cobwebs, and there were 17 of them. Like, I wanted to take some, but the fact there were 17, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want them anymore. They were in like niches in the south walls. Welcome in, Stockham. Just in time. We're in the middle of our recap for Dungeon of the Rad Rage. And the last thing I have here in my notes is that there were 4 lifelike statues of what seemed to be frog people. I believe that was in the good old fun petrification hallway to our east. Yes. From then on, every other room was filled with other such horrific things that are definitely statues and not creatures who have been turned to stone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I've got. And also, let's see, a white pouch with sparkling dust. Yeah. And, we're still headed in a particular direction. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, that looks like it's it for the southern area.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, you guys all doing pretty good clearing this out.
All right, in that case, Braylif, did you want to check out those double doors over there? Do you want to actually go down the stairs? Do we want to... Let me scroll out and take a look. That door was locked. Is there a place to the northeast we haven't checked out yet? We could check out this door up near the... just south of the market that hasn't been opened yet. A few different things we can do. The world's our oyster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm tempted to check out the double doors.
All right, let's check out the double doors.
Unless the DM has a suggestion.
Wink, wink. Looks over at the camera. I don't know. I'm looking at the camera. The DM can't see me. Unless they can.
I can see everything. Weirdly enough, you guys have avoided this section of the dungeon for so long. I have still not read any of it. But there's not much, so give me a sec.
Okay.
I was just thinking, if you just want to metagame us in the most interesting direction, I'd be fine with that.
Interesting is subjective, and I am very much biased.
I mean, yeah.
Double doors.
This section will
yeah.
probably be neat. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, double doors remind me of what I used to do when I entered rooms. Was if there were double doors, I would either push both doors open or open both doors to make my grand entrance. It sounds really cool, except for the few times it's happened at least twice where I try to open, like I try to pull both doors or push both doors, but one is locked and the other one isn't, which throws me off and I look worse. It's like high risk, high reward. I miss those days. Yeah, like that.
We all knew where you were going with that, Lightning. We've all been there.
Yeah. But I haven't seen this movie, so. But
Really?
yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna guess that this is the second Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, I can never remember actually. It's either Lord of the Rings. It's either the second or the third. I think
check.
this one is the second. I'm pretty sure this one's the second. But it has been a while since I've watched all of them because of the fact that we're talking about Lord of the Rings, if that was unclear. It's been a while since I've watched them, specifically because I own the extended editions of all three Lord of the Rings movies, and so the extended editions are all separated onto 2 discs, and each disc is the equivalent length of the actual original movie. So the extended editions are like twice as long, and my attention span does not last that long. So I have not finished a single extended edition movie ever. I have owned the entire trilogy and the extended edition of all three Hobbits movies for many, many years. I have not completed a single one of them. I haven't even watched all of the Hobbits movies for the same reason. Because I got the extended edition of the third movie before I saw the third movie. So I've still not even seen the third movie.
Oh, at all. I see.
In the Hobbit trilogy.
So my view order is definitely also a little bit interesting. So I've seen the extended first Hobbit movie, the extended second Hobbit movie, the extended third Hobbit movie, and that's all I've seen.
Mhm.
I know in chat Stuckham's here, and I know he's seen the Lord of the Ring movie, so if he recognizes, is this Boromir or is this some other person?
Aragorn.
It's Aragorn. Isn't he in that Shadow of Mordor game, or is that a completely different guy?
A completely different guy.
All right.
None of the characters from the Lord of the Rings movies show up in the Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, it's a unique guy.
Except Shelob, technically.
I see.
I mean, doesn't Gollum show up at one point?
You
Wait.
are correct. Thank you. Completely
Gollum.
forgot. I tend to block Gollum out of my memory.
But why? He's such a
And if you want to get fucking technical, Sauron also
Yeah.
doesn't show up. But none of those those games aren't canon anyway, so it's fine. They can't be canon because otherwise Sauron will have gotten resurrected an extra like 2 times, like
In between movies.
like in between movies or over the course of the movies, but entirely off screen.
Somehow
Oh.
Sauron returned.
And he died twice too.
Was it you who's pointed out to me that, like, technically in most of the Lord of the Rings games, you're, like, right behind the main party that's going through the movies or whatever?
It's not necessarily most of the Lord of the Rings games. That is specifically Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. It's a turn-based JRPG style game where you have a team of like off-brand versions of all the characters, basically. And you are perpetually following just barely behind the Fellowship, and then later on, Aragorn and his group called the Three Hunters. So Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. You are permanently just a little behind them. You almost catch up to them when you're going through the Mines of Moria in the form of right after like the Fellowship of the Ring leaves the scene with the Balrog with the bridge and the whole "you shall not pass" line. That's when your characters show up for that scene, and then you fight the Balrog with Gandalf. And your entire party gets one-shotted every time the Balrog attacks. Because you're all weak little losers. It's very silly that they had you fight that. And then the game ends with you fighting the Eye of Sauron, the actual eye itself, like the big giant eyeball made out of pure fire. You just somehow get on top of the tower and you just punch it to death. Like, good job, guys. Game sucks. It's so stupid. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, for the record, I do want to watch the Lord of the Rings movies. I just haven't.
Damn good.
gotten around to it. Oh, but this talk of somehow Palpatine return reminded me that there's a Jedi Master who has died like 3 separate times. But it's not on purpose, because so she dies in Clone Wars, the one by Genndy Tartakovsky. She dies, I think, in the Clone Wars, the 3D one, and I think she also dies in Attack of the Clones. Sorry, Revenge of the Sith. So people like, wow, she's died a lot. Somehow she returned. I forget her name. I think she's like the head of the clone people. Pull this up.
The head of the clone people?
Jedi Master has died 4 times. I'll try 4 times, not 3 times. Shakti, yeah.
Shakti's died 4 times.
He's been killed on 4 separate occasions.
I don't recall her dying in the 2D Clone Wars.
Let me see.
I also don't recall her dying in Revenge of the Sith. I know that she dies in Force
Oh,
Unleashed.
is it
You
deleted
definitely
scene for Revenge of the Sith?
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, and then they mentioned the Force Unleashed. Sorry, I'm looking at an article.
Yeah, she's a boss fight in the Force Unleashed. You kill her though.
All right. And then Star Wars The Clone Wars. Oh, that doesn't count. It's from season 6. Oh, sorry, it's from season 6 when Yoda basically has like a futurist, like a vision of the future. All this stuff happens. And so like, so he like sees Shakti dying, but it's like, oh, it's the future. It's still unwritten. Oh, anything like you can't change this or something like that.
Is the entirety of season 6 like a vision of the future?
No, it's just the last half. So season 6 and 7 are shorter. Season 6 was like, so basically, I think from what I faintly remember, even though I only started watching Star Wars extensively for the first time, what's it, 2023? 8 months ago. So they canceled it after season 5, or there's like a long hiatus of years, or maybe that was between 6 and 7. So they basically finished 5 with the intention, hey, this is definitive, that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do all the things we got to do. Then they got season 6, and they're like, I think it was like it was the last season on the Cartoon Network, before they got switched over to either Netflix or Disney Plus. And then they were like, okay, we'll try to make it definitive. Like, it's kind of like Futurama. You can end at 5, you can end at 6, but they got to get a little bit more stuff done. You can end at 7, which in my opinion is fantastic. Like season 7 of Star Wars is if anyone asks me, hey Troy, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, I'm not really into the Star Wars movies, but you know what I am into? Season 7 of Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Let me just check something.
I'm a fan of the Star Wars YouTube poop Revenge of the Stand.
That's such an in-character answer for you.
And the Tragedy of Darth Sand. And I think there might have been a third one, but I don't remember the name of it. Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, since I'm ranting about Star Wars, I'm just gonna go into my usual rant. I greatly my least favorite character right behind C-3PO, which I unfortunately got in a what fictional character are you quiz. You know, the one you probably saw on Tumblr. I got C-3PO, which I am highly devastated by. But my second least favorite character in the Star Wars franchise is Han Solo, except in the Solo movie. I like that Han Solo. He feels like a different character to me who isn't as blatant a womanizer as the original Han Solo is. So he gets a pass. That movie gets a pass. Yeah, that's my rant for the day.
Nice. I am actually not that big of a fan of Han Solo. I've just never found him very entertaining personally. But yeah.
I'll admit this on Twitch.tv. I just feel like he's like supposed to be like I forget the way my friend described it, but like his actions are tolerated but not to be like role modeled.
Yeah.
Like anyway, I should stop. I'm gonna drink my tea. But yeah, Shakti's died 4 times, which is more times than Palpatine has died.
Impressive, to be sure.
Well, actually,
Hey, lightning.
yeah, what's
lightning.
up? Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I've got to redeem. Oh, man. I haven't done this in a while. Thank you for the redeem. I really appreciate it. Yeah. The only redeems I've been really like getting lately, other than the usual care package stuff, you know, like hydrate, stretch, posture check, have been a lot of abs reveal redeems, like show abs. So I have a whole separate page for the ab redeem now. Is there music running there? Oh, I could. Well, if I switch over to, well, you all will be able to hear me, but then chat wouldn't be able to hear you. I'll just do it here. All right. Forgot. I have to have like a role playing thing situated. All right. What were we talking about? Star Wars? Okay. So there's that bar that everyone likes, the Cantina, whatever it's called, on Tatooine, which they've started. What's the word for when they gentrifying? So I will get to the RR in a sec. Someone pointed out in The Mandalorian, they started gentrifying, or it's either The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, they actually gentrified Tatooine. If you compare Tatooine in the original Star Wars trilogy, and then you like compare it to now, you're like, wow, they added all this stuff that they didn't need to. Like, it doesn't feel the same. Not my Tatooine, that's for sure. I forget what the bar is called. And the band, you know, that plays Mos Eisley, I think is the name of. Wow, I know my Star Wars. Okay, so you're at a bar. There's a whole crew of people. Lots of different characters of all shapes and sizes. You know, you got your aliens over there. You have your redheads over there. You have your enemies from Fire Emblem, which are ugly, so that you know that they're evil. Classic Fire Emblem. So all sorts of shapes and sizes in there. You take a seat, not at the bar this time, but at a booth. The bartender says that someone will be right with you, and that someone who will be right with you is me. And I come over. I tell you, hey, you know, we don't really have much in the way of a menu. We've got a prefix menu, kind of like when you go to restaurants for restaurant week and they're like, hey, we're just doing specials this week, you know, lunch for $25, dinner for $35, and you get this, this, and this. So all we've got on the menu today is what's known as, it says oh my in Japanese, and you're like, what is that? What is oh my in Japanese? And then I lean in and I say, ara, ara. And then I bolt out the door, never to show my face in this town ever again. Thank you for the redeem.
You're welcome.
Oh boy. Only you. Only you. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Am I the only one that's ever redeemed that?
Wait, Brayleth, have you redeemed it? Or has it been in the coffee ledge this whole time?
No, I haven't redeemed it.
Okay.
I
Redeemed it
not
twice.
nearly as on point about redeeming the channel points, so I don't have very many.
I've hit 10,000 twice now.
Yep, skill difference. I get. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, look at that. I just got 10 more points.
Nice. Yeah, for those of you at home, just a few tips to earn points in case you want to redeem it for show abs or for the ARA redeem. First of all, subscribing to us here at twitch.tv/Captain Troy Handsome means you'll never have to eat alone again, and also means that you get higher chances of getting channel points. Another way you can do it is by just keeping the tab active, you know, like mute the tab, not the stream. Also, you'll like get a little prompt at the bottom that lets you claim channel points. If you download the Better Twitch TV extension, not only does that give you a few other special abilities, it also automatically claims your channel points for you. And I think it's up to 4 channels. It could be all the channels you have up, but don't take my word for it. So yeah, that's how to get quick and easy channel points. To come up with something creative for, and then next, I think I've told you all this before. I really wish I could put on the Super Paper Mario Swoon.exe music for when I do the like either the show abs or the oh my in Japanese redeem. But you know, twitch.tv, I want to play it safe, so I don't. But just imagine each time you redeem this, that's what's playing in my head.
Nice.
Hyper extended, sure. I'll paste the hyper extended edition. Okay. I mean, you've all heard this before probably, but I just feel like posting it again. All right, back to business. Right. All that stemmed from Double Doors. I love it. Double Doors leading to me opening the Double Doors, and then Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and then Star Wars, and then You know what? That was all a ploy so that you would get enough points for the redeem. I see it now. See right through you.
Of course. Definitely. That was it. Well, I did successfully finish reading the description of the web.
Right. The
Yay.
double door room? Should we go ahead and turn that way? Okay. So I will take Dolce and we're going to go up this way. Up the hall, turn the corner, and she will go ahead and I feel like, I don't know how to describe it, but with the energy of some kind of show where there's like a magical girl transformation each show, or like, oh, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, the show. So instead of Dolce brain blasting with an idea, it's her brain blasting a new trait that she's inherited from me. So last session it was let's just say sniffing the red mist. This session it'll be the way I open doors. So she's gonna attempt to open both of the doors at the same time.
Gotcha. And the doors are locked.
Ah, fuck. She looks stupid. Ah, she's perfect. I love her.
She looks stupid. She feels humiliated.
She's just like me for real, for real.
You dramatically push both of the doors open in perfect unison. The drama of the scene broken only by the cloud of dust from the untouched room pouring directly into your lungs.
As the only other living member in this party, I look over at our sole other living party member. I'm like coughing, trying not to die. Because I assume only two of us have to breathe in order to survive in here.
Yes, likely.
Okay. I'm gonna like wave the dust away with my hand, and I'm gonna kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna use my left hand to hold up my bullseye lantern dramatically into the room so that I can get a little better look at what's happening in here.
The room is largely dark and unused. As you're moving the lantern around, you're able to see a very large figure, about 20 or so feet into the room. It's hard to make out with your bullseye lantern this far away. You can only see a couple what look to be appendages, maybe limbs. The figure seems to be standing and quite large.
Ooh.
It's hard to make out any details so far, but it doesn't appear to be moving right now.
So what'd you say, about 20 feet away? It's like here-ish?
Well, roughly.
Okay. Okay, before you
You
do
got-
something,
you-
yeah.
Obviously, the bullseye lantern can see that far. But you gotta trust me here.
Yeah, that's fine. So before you do anything, I would like to use the scroll of remove curse to remove the curse that allows this sword to conveniently, especially for intellect devourer Dolce, to have this
Oh,
on
sorry.
hand.
See, I used that as toilet paper. I didn't think you needed it.
Fuck. Well, is it still around though?
No.
I love that pause, as if to say, "Oh yeah, it's around. I'm just not gonna tell you." But yes, I would like to use it, unless you've already. Well, even if you've already used it, as long as it's within reach, I would like to use it to remove this from my hand. Only so because there's a lot of cool stuff that I've gotten over time. You know, the Winter's Bite rapier, the dagger of goblin blood, the sling. Crude hand axe. You know, I want to keep my options open.
Gotcha. So, are you using the scroll on yourself or on the sword?
Oh. How do I? Oh.
Mm,
Huh. Well, I'm gonna.
how the fuck?
Rayleigh, what do you think I should do?
Well, let me look at the description for remove curse. All curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded. So it sounds like it doesn't especially
Oh,
matter.
matter either way. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I will use it on myself. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, might as well.
So I'm just
Might as
gonna...
well use it on yourself, just in case any other curses are upon you. They will also be ended.
Hey, now it doesn't say remove curses. No, actually, does it say any? Hold on, let me
All
look.
curses
Oh!
affecting one creature or object end.
Oh, yeah, there could be other
don't-
curses I don't even know about.
It only lets you remove one at DM discretion.
All right. I will have Dolce
It's
like
immune.
wipe herself with it, like her arms.
You fucking like you get bitten by a vampire and a werewolf in the same day. You use remove cost to try to get rid of at least one of them, and the DM's just like, oh, you didn't know that you picked up a ring that bound itself to you permanently. That cost is gone
I love
now.
that. I love that so much.
Dolce was already cursed with above average armpit sweat, so that's gone now.
Hey, as someone who has what I feel like to be above average armpit sweat, how dare you?
That was just a shot in the dark. I didn't mean to hit your
Fuck you,
insecurities.
bro. All right, confidential. What you saying?
Damn, I didn't know I could just materialize insecurities by speaking them out loud. Damn.
Remove cost, pit stink, add +1 to your charisma score.
But only against people with senses of smell.
Never mind.
Your charisma score, not modifier, permanently goes up by 1. This bonus does not go into effect when dealing with the undead.
It reminds me
In
of some
fact, you have a
meme.
-1 against undead now.
I forget if it was one of you all posted it or I just saw it like on Reddit or Tumblr somewhere, where a party will go in and they don't know anything about their characters, and the DM will say something saying, "Oh, we don't serve Dragonborn here," and the player's like, "Oh, I'm a Dragonborn. Write that down," because they don't know anything. They don't know like their scores, what they're good at, what the class
That
they
is
are.
interesting. That is an interesting post, though I question how you would go about like obscuring things like your character's race when they could just like look at their hands or look at the other party members and be like, "Hey, what am I?"
I look at my hands. The DM's like, "Roll a perception check. The DC is a 28." It's like, really, man?
Yeah, I'm not sure where. Yeah, I'm not sure where that part comes from. Like, it's a neat idea, but it's like there was so many just like inherent difficulties with that. Like, how are you supposed to like in any kind of like organic way like reveal what someone's class is?
Yeah. And like, if I want to find out my strength, can't I just lift something? Like, wouldn't the only option there for the DM to tell me what my strength score is, or tell me to roll and then not tell me what I got? At which point the DM would just have to decide, would just have to do the math for me.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
I think the idea for like rolling for determining your stats would be like when the DM calls you try to do something and then the DM calls for you to roll and tells you to add plus whatever bonus, and then you know like, okay, well my strength is either like if the DM told me to roll strength and add 3, so my strength is either 16 or 17. That sort of thing. And that'd be like how you would have to go about that. Still a weird idea.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a neat way to go about things if like it would be a neat way to go about things if your characters were all supposed to be like amnesiacs or something. But
Anonymous gifter, thank you for anonymously gifting, and also, oh my gosh, I can't speak. Emperor Jessa, a tier 1 sub. I really appreciate your support, financially, emotionally, otherly. Yeah, that's great. Jessa, enjoy your new emotes. So to recap, we've got an animated emote right here. Spill the tea. We have our usual fare of emotes here, but we also have a new emote that I just uploaded. My bonk emote. So. Yeah, and I need to stream like I think 3 more weeks, not like in general, but like 3 more weeks worth of streams based on my calculations in order to unlock those free follower emotes for us. So I'm really excited to get those in because you have to stream basically 60 times since hitting affiliate. So thank you again for the sub. Enjoy the emotes. Really appreciate your support. And thanks for sticking around.
You use the scroll of remove curse on yourself, and if on maybe on reflex, maybe out of just like some pent up desire to get rid of it. Pretty much as soon as you use the scroll on yourself, the scroll glows and then immediately just returns to its mundane shade, and you can feel the magic and it is gone. And reflexively, your fingers uncurl, and the long sword, the glowing long sword, drops out of your hand and back onto the floor. And your hand is free for the first time, basically since like day 2 of your time in the dungeon.
Yeah, let me see when this first stream
So-
was.
If I remember correctly, do you need to attune the sword for it to curse you, or is it just as soon as you touch it, it's stuck to your
Oh
hand?
no! As soon as you grab it, it's stuck.
Okay.
And your only ways to get rid of it are remove curse or remove hand, which is why you found it attached to a skeleton hand.
So I think it's since February 8th. I think that might have been because I don't think I marked my first session notes.
Mhm.
Maybe earlier. I'm not. Wait, no, because I didn't start streaming till. Yeah, it's probably around February. I've had that thing stuck. Okay, so Dolce will like massage her right hand with her left hand. Many jokes to be made here, but she's like, this is like the first time in at least like an in-game like week or 2 or 3. What is the passage of time down here that her hand has been free, and she is going to clap her hands together. She's gonna like grab her hands together. She's gonna start doing a ninja hand signs from Naruto. Yeah. She's very happy.
Do you want me to put it in the bag of holding?
Oh, sure. She's a little hesitant. She doesn't want it to. This is an unfound fear, but she's afraid that it's going to act like a magnet, and even though it's in the bag of holding, it's going to attach itself to her. So then the bag of holding will be like permanently attached to her waist. Like if you took a magnet and like a sandwich bag and put it in the sandwich bag and then like put it next to your fridge. But yeah, she'll hold the thing open.
You're gonna reach into the bag of holding, and every single time you do, I'm gonna ask you to roll a d20, and on a natural one, you're gonna accidentally grab the sword.
See, what sucks is like, you're supposed to like visualize, think about what you're gonna grab, but she's gonna be thinking so hard about not grabbing the sword that she's gonna grab the fucking sword. So actually, I don't even know if I want to put it in the bag of holding.
That's fair.
But
I have a solution. How about you wear gloves?
I think she's wearing gloves.
It just attaches through the glove. Now you won't be able to take the glove off either.
That's so fucked up.
Well, if you want to keep it, and like I feel like just in
Also
case Dolce
sadly-
dies, it might be good to have it.
No, I don't have to, but yeah, I can put it in the bag of holding, and it'll probably be fine. Oh, you know what? I'll double. We can double insure by like wrapping it in some cloth or something.
Yeah, hopefully it works. Okay, yeah, I think I've got some. Let me see what kind of cloth I have somewhere. I have I don't think this is big enough. I have a small empty leather pouch.
I have a sack.
Okay, we could do
I
this.
guess it's a long sword, so maybe it wouldn't be enough, but
Trying to think. What articles of clothing? I guess I have like a nice scarf situation.
scarf would probably work if you don't mind losing it.
All right, with a combination of your sack and my scarf, I'll like ask Daffodil to insert the sword into the sack as far as deep as it will go, and then wrap the remaining unsacked portion of the blade with my scarf.
Man, I really hope that scarf wasn't like important loot or anything.
I hope not. It was just like what's here. I'm like looking at my character's art, thinking I'm wearing a scarf theoretically.
Fair enough.
But if that can be inserted into if the sacked sword can be inserted into the bag of holding safely, I'm ready to proceed into this room.
Yeah.
So, when you left off, you saw a large looming figure in the darkness of this room, slightly illuminated by your bullseye lantern, and you bravely decided to ignore it completely.
All right. Attention back towards it. I apologize for interrupting. I believe Braylif was interested in doing something in particular, but I just wanted to get this out of the way before potentially combat starts. But yeah, if Daffodil wanted to do something, but yeah, I'm kind of like
I don't
holding
know
up the
that
lantern.
I don't think I actually had anything in mind.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna try and look at it.
Okay. Yeah, if you look at it and not much else is visible, I'll like come in closer, but I'll let you look at it first just in case.
Well, Daffodil, with your dark vision, you're able to much more effectively get a glimpse of it, and it actually is a large, it is a huge sized, specifically, skeleton of a dragon.
Oh shit.
Specifically, it is on display.
Oh.
Effectively, you have wandered into a large museum.
It's a museum, cute.
And Daffodil, you can actually see that this is only one of several. There are there are 3 other huge skeletons of dragons dotted throughout the room. They are largely comprised of the actual bones, you assume, but they are held into various poses with thick wire and cement. Close inspection reveals that some of the bones are chipping, and some places have simply had the bones fall off.
Did you mention like some tendrils or something at one point?
No.
No.
I said appendages.
Okay.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Maybe. Well, let's hope they don't come to life and attack us.
Let's hope. What? Who doesn't come to life in attack? I follow hastily after Daffodil.
Oh, the dragon skeletons.
Oh, open with skeletons first.
Skeleton dragons.
Maybe I take that back.
Is that really more important than dragon?
Well, if you say dragon first, I'll like shit myself and need that scroll of move curse. If you open with skeleton, it is concerning, but it's less concerning than hearing dragon first. I'm not serious about this, but when you said dragon something.
Acquired course, soiled pants.
All right, well, this is cute, but it's not lit, so it's like dark. I assume then if this is a true museum, it must be closed. Perhaps it's after hours. But yeah, does it look like you know what? Yeah, I'd like to go through and wait. Before I look at the exhibits, does it look like are these indeed? I'm just gonna like look a little bit more closely. This isn't gonna come to life, right? Like I've seen the trailers for Five Nights at Freddy's starring Josh Hutcherson. You know, a co-protagonist of the Hunger Games series. Does it look like these are gonna come to life?
Do most skeletons that come to life look like they're gonna burst?
That's true. I was just hoping to see. I don't know. I was gonna ask if there's like heavy breathing, but then I realized the stupidity of my question. Like, do I see the skeleton breathing? No, you don't. Damn it.
You see the ribs expanding and contracting in time with
That's pretty
like
cool.
this steady beat to imply breath. You do not see anything indicating that these dragons will or have in the past come to a reanimated facsimile of life. You do notice that there are basic plaques at each of the 4 displays, and as you continue further down the hallway, you can see a little alcove to the south as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what? I'd like to look over the plaques as I pass by.
All right. The plaques simply display what kind of dragon each of the skeletons are of. There is a brass, bronze, copper, and silver dragon throughout the room. Having noticed the different plaques explaining which dragon is what, it does also help make clear that it does help point out that there are actually some slight anatomical differences between them. Small things like size or shape of their skull, more larger forelimbs or hind limbs, slight differences in their wing structure, stuff like that.
Neat. Also, welcome into Lux. I see a joking request and perception check to see if there will indeed be a Five Nights at Freddy's crossover.
Give me a perception check, Lux.
Yeah, in the session, the GM's word is law. I have no power here, despite this being my stream, and as evidenced by earlier's our redeem.
Yep.
Just when I think I've had it made, I see a redeem for 10,000 channel points. Is 13 enough?
From what you can tell, Lux, there does not currently appear to be a FNAF crossover.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm assuming perhaps Lux has rolled physical dice. Lux sent me a cursed TikTok the other day about a flesh-colored and flesh-feeling dice. It was like basically a dice maker usually makes gelatinous cube dice, but was out of, I think, the correct color and maybe like the original material that they used, and then also didn't have any of the normal inserts that they would be putting in, like the skulls and stuff. So it was just like a creamish tan flesh color. You know those flesh crayons? We all used the flesh crayons in elementary school, right? So think that, but like as dice that were kind of squishy. Yes. You know what? Perhaps I'll forward that along. It was indeed gross. But yeah, I'll look at the plaques. I see that they are these skeletons, brass, bronze, silver, and copper, I believe. Okay. That's pretty neat. I as a player and also Dolce as a character, we haven't really come across very many dragons in general. I as a player have really only come across a young, I think it's whatever dragon was in the Forge of Furries campaign that we did. That's pretty much the only dragon that I've fought in any real capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is pretty cool. So she'll take a good look at this, and then I assume that Daffodil's already seen that alcove down there, so Dolce doesn't really have to point that out. But Dolce will admire the dragon skeletons, but otherwise, I don't think she doesn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She's ready to keep going.
Do I notice anything out of the ordinary?
You haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary, but now that you, with the possible exception of a weird lack of a gold dragon skeleton. Well, good news for that, though. That's what you find in this little alcove.
Oh god, I thought you were about to say you look in here where a gold dragon is supposed to be based on the sign, and you see that there's nothing there. I was about to get really scared.
With whole initiative, we're fighting a Draco-Lich today.
Lord. Okay.
Fun and easy ways to kill your players.
Yeah, Banshee.
Dragging in a small hallway.
Yeah.
The door closes behind you, and all of the undead dragons spring to life.
Oh no, not a closed door. How will I ever escape from the situation?
It's closed and magical. Can't pass through.
Right. So there's a skeleton there, I guess.
A skeleton of a gold dragon.
All right. Well, I'll stand there and admire it. I'll make the not bad face. And unless something untoward happens, like it's specifically coming to life, I'm ready to keep progressing down the hall. See what's on the other side.
Yeah.
There does not currently appear to be anything going on with it. Silly Pickles, as you continue down the hallway, you notice a small staircase leading down at the very end.
Ooh.
Leading down.
There.
Interesting.
Oh, I'll go down.
I will follow.
Alright. Still, this staircase leads down to a sudden tunnel to the left and a doorway.
I will attempt to open the door with Mage Hand.
Alright. The door gives no resistance.
What's in here?
What are your religion trainings?
No.
I like that answer.
Fair enough.
Negative
Dolce?
1.
Fuck yeah.
Are we asking me as well, since you said trainings? Okay, mine is a +1.
Cool. Can I just get like a very cursory religion check from you two?
Yeah. Looks like I got a 4-2.
Fucking crushed it.
Nice. Well, while there does not appear to be all that much specific information to be gleaned here, you can tell that this room was once some kind of dwarven shrine. However, that is not the most notable feature of this room. Instead, the most notable feature is upon a broken stone bench in the middle of the room, there is a tiefling skeleton splayed across, easily identifiable by the obvious horns protruding from the skull and the vertebra making up the extended vertebra making up a tail.
Have a good look, Lux.
Skeleton clutches a quarterstaff and
Ooh.
a
Resist that.
tattered backpack. Let's see, and there is a tattered backpack on the bench as well.
Ooh, can't resist that either.
From the door, I will cast Mage Hand and attempt to take the quarterstaff.
Man, what did you know? The quarterstaff's 16 pounds. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Make it 11 pounds and it'll be fine. Quarterstaff of fuck mage hand, seriously though. The quarterstaff comes away easily, ripping the bony fingers apart. Basically, the skeleton as a whole crumbles as soon as you pull the quarterstaff away.
Rest in pieces.
What you got there, Daffodil?
Some kind of staff. I don't know if it's magical, but I might as well hold on to it.
But the last guy who held on to it looks over at the scattered pieces of the former skeleton.
We can put it in the bag of holding if you want.
Dolce will hold the bag of holding up wide so that you can.
I will insert the quarterstaff into the bag of holding. So write down that we have a magical quarterstaff. Well, rather, we have a
Magical
quarterstaff that needs to be
wow.
identified. Put down a +4 quarterstaff.
All right, I'll mark that in just a moment.
Now, is that backpack light enough to be carried with Mage Hand?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'll float that over as well.
All right, this doesn't
And
look like
open
a
it
bag of holding, right? I don't want to.
It's just a. It's just a like tattered backpack that you haven't even. Or you just throwing it directly into the bag of holding?
I was throwing the quarterstaff in the bag of holding, but then I was going to open the backpack to see what's inside.
Gotcha. The backpack contains adventuring gear that has rotted or rusted away in time.
Ah. Rusty torches. I don't know if this crowbar has rotted away.
I said all rusted.
I know, but it's funnier to apply them to.
Oh god, the rations have rusted.
Yeah. Ah, this hammer is expired.
Man, it's past the Best Buy date. All right.
This rope has gone stale. I can't bend it.
Wait, what was the skeleton sitting on again? Or like in the, was it just, if anything?
A broken stone bench.
Oh, okay. I was gonna sit on it. It's pretty tempting. If I fits, I sits.
You'd fits.
Okay. And the skeleton has fallen apart, right?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to walk over. Maybe I shouldn't step into this room. I step right here. I'm gonna step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Door
gonna
closes.
step over the bench. Over
Mhm.
to the bench, sorry, and then sit on it.
Okay. You guys are so paranoid.
I have no idea what's gonna happen, which is good.
Terrified about the concept of entering a room.
Yeah, what if something bad
mean,
happens? I've
Once I
seen
took
Sword
the
Art
quarterstaff
Online.
and the skeleton disintegrated, I assumed that the room was not going to attack us, but
But yeah, I've been intrigued by all the sitting places that we've come across. So despite the fact that it's because the very first one almost killed Dolce, and for some reason I'm just drawn to all these other ones. It really says something about her as a person. Every time we come across another place to sit, she's like, "I'm gonna see if this one does anything exciting. Hopefully this one doesn't kill me." Sits down.
Trait gained suicidal.
But yeah, should nothing happen, I'd just like look around the room, see if there's anything else that catches my eye, like on the walls, on the floor, and the crown molding on this bench. Yeah,
There's not much in the way of crown molding. It's very utilitarian.
yeah, it's a shame these
There
days.
is, however, just a ton of dust. And by extension, there is now just like a ton of dust on your butt.
Oh no. Dolce will stand up and she'll like smack the dust off, and then she'll probably leave the room.
Alright.
All right, Daffodil, shall we leave then?
Guess the answer must have been yes, because Braylif just started walking.
oh, sorry, my mic froze up.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
I said I didn't hear you. What was the question?
Oh, did you ready to leave?
No. Well,
Alright, well, there's still other avenues for you to explore. Anything that you're most interested in?
could go all the way back up to the bazaar and try that door that we didn't go through.
The door at the south of the bazaar, the door like south of the bazaar, like outside of it.
Yeah, that one too. Well, we could do either one, or we could just go on to the next floor. What do you think, D?
You got options.
I see. What do you think, Dolce?
So while I do have a hankering to see what's on the third floor, if I had to choose a place on the second floor to explore, it would be first the door that is south outside of the bazaar, and then perhaps I forget why we didn't check out that door on the south of the bazaar inside of it, or if it was like a place we explored and then like the door closed in after us or what. But we can at least check that southern door outside of the bazaar. I'm cool with that.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll head back up that way.
All right.
Do we want to stop by Grimville and get our shit identified?
Oh, right. So potentially the quarterstaff. What else do you need identified as I at least walk over? Since we had to pass by... Wait, where's Grimful again on this map? Oh, on the left, the top left over there.
Right over there.
Yeah.
The skeleton ring, and also did we ever see if that chain shirt was magical?
You haven't rested since you found it.
Mm. Oh yeah, we could also just take a short rest and not waste like 75 gold. What was it, 25 gold for identify?
Oh, because we
Yep.
can identify. We can each identify one, or quote unquote
But he
identify
only,
one.
but he only charges you if it's actually magical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I did want to take a short rest anyway because I'm at half. So
But you do only get to technically identify
one.
one item
Yeah.
via short rest.
Well, you could do the staff, and I could do the ring,
yeah, I'll do the
or you
staff.
could do the yeah. Well, I guess let me burn a hit die. Don't I got a certain thing where I can? Oh yeah, I can just burn them whenever.
Yeah, I don't even need a short rest, unlike some people, quote unquote me.
Amazing.
All right, so
That's good enough for me.
I will step into our benevolent benefactor's room, malevolent benefactor, with the intention of taking a short rest. Oh yeah, that's like good music. Okay, and I will also like to take the quarterstaff. I'm going to make a cross-legged position on the floor and kind of like hold it in my hands and become one with the staff. Not attuned to it, but just like figure out what it does.
Gotcha. Well, so you're trying to identify the staff over the course of the long rest, correct? A short rest.
Yeah, over the course of the short rest, exactly.
Gotcha. Well, over the course of that short rest, you learn that it is a mundane quarterstaff.
Aha!
How about this ring?
The ring you learn is a ring of swimming.
Amazing.
Interesting.
Yes.
What is that? Swim speed equal to your walking speed?
I don't know. Probably. I knew like 2 sessions ago when you found it. You have
Oh.
a swimming speed of 40 feet while wearing this ring. Does not seem to require attunement.
Interesting. So that's faster than I believe both of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to break the plumbing around here, flood the entire place so we can get through a little bit more fast, a little bit more quickly.
Well, between the two of us, I don't need to breathe underwater. So maybe, and also wearing a ring would be difficult. So I'll give that to you.
Okay. Dolce will...
You could just like eat the power of that ring.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that
that's
is
true,
true,
yeah.
right? I forgot you can eat the power of things as Dolce clutches her magic items closer to her.
But you're good.
Okay, Dolce will take the ring. Does it require attunement? I forget if you mentioned.
Nope. It
Okay.
does not.
Then she will slip the ring on.
Nice.
Hopefully it's
During
not
that
cursed.
rest, Dwayne could have identified the chain shirt.
The chain short is also mundane.
Ah.
And Tix could have identified the... Do we have anything else?
You're not paying Tix to identify stuff.
Here, Tix, attune to this withered heart.
Oh Christ, no, not the withered heart.
You don't pay me to attune to things.
That's true. Hey, where'd your accent go?
Shut up. The accent went, shut up.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, well, that was eventful.
All right.
I will hand the ring of swimming over to Dolce. And...
Oh yeah, I put it on already. You want to check out that one room up there?
Sure. Oh yeah, and this room is just magically locked, right?
Correct.
I don't think we found any keys. Besides that stone key that I think we already found the use for.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yep, we can go back up there. Just teleport up there unless the DM would prefer we move there naturally.
I would prefer you move there naturally. During your short rest, while you could not identify a source, you felt as if you were being watched by many pairs of eyes.
That's disturbing.
Cool.
That's the point.
Well, between Blockhead, Uwain, and Tix, that's many pairs of eyes. So maybe it was just our party.
Dolce puts on glasses, yet another pair of eyes.
As you walk through the copper-plated room where you fought the flaming skull with lightning magic, you can see the skull beginning to reform itself. Are you guys going down this hall? Going this one?
I think so. Yeah, this is the one I was eyeing.
Oh, really?
Are we able to smash the skull to reset its reformation process?
No.
No. Do we know how to stop it from reforming? I know how, but I don't know if Silly Pickles does.
I don't know how, so I'm gonna say no.
You pour holy water on it.
Do you have holy water? I don't think
Nope.
I've given you holy water.
Sure don't.
Yeah.
Wait, I have an idea. Let's put it in the bag of holding.
You reach in to pick out the fucking... You reach into the bag of holding to grab some random shit. You accidentally grab the Coast Longsword and also a flaming skull with lightning magic pops out.
I think there are rules for a creature breaking out of the bag of holding anyway. Let's see.
Probably.
I guess there aren't hard rules for it.
Okay. After the skull situation, could I ask you to mage hand the door?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. Mage hand the door. It opens without resistance. Inside, you can hear grunting and the sound of a struggle.
Oh,
Not like
love making.
a violent struggle, but like you can hear like you can hear like two entities struggling against one another, seemingly non-violently.
Love making. We should leave them to it. Let them be.
No,
No?
I will attempt to sneak around the corner, but
How does that walk as a ghost?
I don't know. I automatically succeed because I don't make noise.
No. You like when you're normally
No, you
walking.
automatically fail. Because
What?
fuck you.
Normally, we cut it out, for ease of our viewers. But you actually, what happens is Daffodil Southern Pickle goes around going ooh the whole time while you're walking around, and when you're sneaking, you just stop doing that.
No, there still has to be a chance of failure, so you just do it quiet.
Nah.
But you insist on continuing to make the spooky noises.
Fair enough.
As you sneak somehow around the corner, you can see 3 figures.
Christ.
You can see 3 specific. You can also see down this hallway a little bit.
Oh.
So there were two. There were 2 tall, lanky undead figures. The sound of the struggle coming from these 2, seemingly playing tug of war with what appears to be a human femur with just a tiny scrap of rotten meat on it.
Oh my.
The third undead figure over here is poking a discarded black robe on the floor, crouching down, just poking it incessantly as if trying to get its attention. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
I go back here. Okay, they're not having sex. It appears to be 3 ghasts. Well, I don't know if I know if they're ghasts or not, but it's 3 ghasts, and they seem distracted. But I don't know if they're going to attack us if they see us.
What's sex, Daffodil?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. Well, if we close the door.
Wait, how old are you?
Dolce's she's in her either I think she's early 20s.
I mean, we can try and sneak by them. We want to see what's over there.
Oh, right, because there's a hallway situation. Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned that too.
Hmm?
I said, yeah, I mentioned that too, even though I didn't.
Oh, the hallway situation. Okay.
Right.
So what we could do is, hold on, let me see if I still have uses of. I could use my disguise self to disguise myself as a slightly shorter cast. I imagine, since I can only add a foot onto myself, and I don't know how tall ghasts are, but if they fall for it, I could just shamble by. You could possess me. Shamble
yeah.
by. All right. I would like to use my single use of disguise self per long rest to take the form of those creatures that Daffodil had checked up on, as close to their height as I can get, because I am on the shorter side. I'm like 5 feet.
Perfect. Okay, you now look like a slightly too short. You now look like a slightly too short ghast.
Yep, didn't drink my milk. This is how I turned out.
Yep. Ever seen a ghast made out of like? Ever seen a ghast made out of a gnome?
Oh, if you could take Blockhead with you, we might need him.
Okay, I'm gonna carry Blockhead, but shamble, not like too loud in, but I'm definitely not gonna like Pink Panther Looney Tunes sneak around with like my hands in front of me and like bringing my leg up dramatically. So I will casually shamble in while carrying Blockhead. I'll inform the others like, hey, we're just gonna check out the hallway around the corner real quick. I'm gonna make my way in.
Incredible.
And I'll attempt to walk past them, or at least hopefully get a better look at the. Oh, let Daffodil get a better look at the.
Yeah, go on.
Trying to think logistically how the light situation is working. I will. I plop.
I can guide you.
Okay, I'll have Daffodil guide me. I was like about to plop the lantern onto Blockhead, but I'll let you guide me if possible.
Yep, just straight ahead.
The 2 ghasts that are playing tug of war do not seem to notice you at all. The one that is poking the black robe does notice you, and it just kind of looks up at you inquisitively. How do you respond?
Just act natural.
Just gonna keep going. I assume perhaps that they have low passive perception, so I'll also pretend to have low passive perception.
Ghast grunts at you.
I grunt back, kind of like with the same energy as So my friends and I, we realized that after watching the third John Wick movie and starting the fourth John Wick movie, that John Wick, as played by Keanu Reeves, has two answers to all questions that are yes or no questions. Either yeah or not really. And so I'm just gonna grunt with that same, which is like,
The Ghast nods, responds, and it stands up, turns around, and walks out. Just walks out the door.
oh no, it's gonna terrorize someone. But hey, yeah, shifts over. I'm here to take over. Oh my
Oh
god.
God.
It's gonna.
Let's see. Can
It's like the
Can,
kill word. It's like, hey, is it okay if I kill all those kobolds now that we've held off on killing? Yeah, kill all of them. Okay.
can like 15 or 20 can like 20 or 30 goblins take on a ghast? I mean, probably, but
That's only because of the action economy being in shambles.
yeah. That's a problem for us to deal with later.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. All right, I'll step over here. I want to see what's in this room.
Okay. Right. There is an exposed bit of stonework that has a thick vein of copper ore running clean through it. The room also has a little bit of scrap paper strewn about the floor.
Oh, I would like to.
Now that
Oh yeah, go ahead.
now that you have gotten rid of the gas that was poking at the black robe, you can notice the majority of bones that make up a skeleton littered around the robe, but the skull is notably missing.
That's not concerning at all.
Nope.
Okay. So to recap, there's scraps of paper throughout this right room, I believe. And where was the black cloth? Was it the one that he was poking? That the dude was poking right here?
Yeah, it was a black robe.
I kind of want to pocket the robe,
Okay.
so I'll shamble over, and I will pick it up.
Add bloodied robe 7D to your inventory.
Hee
Probably isn't anything but bloodied robe 7D. And then I will go back to I'm gonna look at the scrap paper in this room.
Okie doke. Scrap paper seems to be either a diary or log entry, and it reads in common, Day 10. With lightning and copper wires, I created a pack of ghouls. Hal was not impressed. He says that I'm not ready for the duel.
Torgar?
Hold on. He says that I'm not ready for Dwelmere Core and its arcane secrets.
Wait, is this
There you go.
real?
Yes. And its arcane secrets. I'll show him. His flesh golem has given me an idea for a trap more devious than any Hal could devise. Lightning. Is there anything it can't do?
Nope, there's nothing I can't do, that's for sure.
And this is right next to that lightning room, right?
Yeah, that would be this one right here. with the lightning skull.
Ooh.
Neat. Good to know.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I was planning to go around this corner anyway, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna go and shamble here. Whoop.
This is basically just more of the same. This is the actual room that has the copper vein in it, basically.
I wonder if I still have the pickaxe. I don't think I do.
The room with the 2 ghasts, yes.
Oh. I'm not gonna go mining for copper. That's what I can just play RuneScape 2 if I want to do that.
Yep. The one with the 2 ghasts playing tug of war with the female contains the remains of mining operations, including pickaxes and hammers.
Interesting.
That have been rotted away.
I mean, they're usable. They're just not weapons.
I'm gonna shamble back with the intention of leaving this room.
Mm-hmm.
Once I make
To
it.
reiterate, the tunnel just ended in like a partially mined out like copper tunnel or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Was there any loose copper ore that would be easy to put in the bag?
Oh, true.
Nope.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No, there was not.
That's a good question.
Think maybe we should follow that ghoul and see what he's getting up to.
Sure. I want to go north towards the bazaar anyway, so how about we head at least north to this section? If we don't see the ghoul, we can go from there.
But you still disguised.
I should probably drop it. I will drop the disguise. Right? Because it's probably...
Sure.
Okay, I'll drop the disguise. And I'm going to make my way at least to this particular... I think there's like a fountain here in the middle. I could be wrong. I might be misremembering.
I think that was a fountain, yeah.
So we can either go left and up, or if we assume that the gas went right, we could go right and up. We can check on the bazaar, see if they're okay, or, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. We could check out these hallways on the left.
Did we never go down there?
What, to the left?
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember.
Go well.
I think...
These double hallways on the left here.
You did not.
Why don't we check out the bazaar just to be sure?
Okay, yeah,
it's
I want to
not
make
being
sure that
torn
they're
apart.
okay. So I'll swing over this way. Yeah. Forgot about this song.
As you approach the Goblin Bazaar, it all appears to be business as usual.
Ooh.
Yuane does start reacting a little bit, like he grabs his head with some slight amount of discomfort. The same signs that he showed last time you guys were in the Goblin Bazaar, which he explained meant that he believed one of his former compatriots was around here somewhere.
No. Oh, right.
You getting any specific direction of where? We got a few doors we haven't gone through yet.
Nothing in particular, just somewhere around here.
Well, perhaps it would behoove us to check out a few doors while we're here. What do you think, Daffodil? The southern door, that eastern hallway? I feel like we went through there. I'm not sure. The northeastern one of those hallways looks familiar, but yeah.
Why don't we go counterclockwise, starting from the south?
All right. Yes, I have like the plan. I'll make my way south. We'll see if we get stopped, but thankfully I'm not aghast anymore. At least let's head this way.
So you're going down this way?
Yeah, hoping to check out that door.
Cool. Well, you guys are known customers at this point, and a couple of these guards do kind of side-eye Tix a little bit.
Right.
But otherwise, they aren't really putting up any fuss about you guys going through this way. I mean, if they didn't stop you going through the bazaar this way, why stop you another way?
Okay.
The two goblin guards just kind of give you a couple little nods as you approach.
Okay. Could I ask Daffodil? I mean, it probably won't be a problem. I'll open the door myself by hand.
Holy shit! We're getting gutsy.
Yeah, with my right hand. It'll be the first door I open with this right hand in a long, long time.
What a flex! The door opens into a hallway. Cursed be its name.
I'm gonna step through.
Found another motherfucking hallway.
Alright, I'll keep going down.
It was nice to be able to hear that for a little bit, but we're going
Agreed.
back to the old classics.
Mhm.
Um, As you continue down this hallway, it looks like it branches off a couple in a couple different hallways,
Fuck.
a couple different pathways.
Maybe we'll be lucky and the north one just links back to that other hallway.
Maybe, maybe. These hallways do seem to extend a fair little bit. The one to the north branching off into a whole separate path again.
Alright, back to the good
Monkey's
old
paw curls.
hallways.
The arch nemesis of anyone with. This one looks like it opens into an actual goddamn room.
And just to fill out the map.
This one does not look like it opens into another goddamn room. Poor baby. There's so much dungeon to explore in my Dungeons and Dragons.
Bullshit.
More dungeon in my mega dungeon.
Okay, so I guess both of those are just like rooms and not hallways. No, that's not even necessarily true.
Holy shit.
This one looks like it opens into either a room or a wider hallway.
I hate my fucking life. Anything of note in this hallway before I go all the way down it?
Yeah, there's two bugbears at the end of it yelling at you to not go any farther.
Why? What's down here?
One of them murmurs something to the other one, and the other one looks a little bit nervous. Also, I don't remember because it's been like literally 3 months since you guys
Sure,
were
and
on
I'm
there.
sure you weren't expecting us to go all the way over here. If
The opposite end of the dungeon of where we were.
our
I
party,
mean, you guys were getting a lot closer to the stuff that I did want you guys to find on floor 2, but you hilariously keep dodging everything. Every time you get close, you're just like, I'm going in a different direction.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Did they respond to me?
They will when I'm done reading what's going on here. Okay. Oh, yeah. The two bugbears, basically as you begin floating down the hallway, start panicking a little bit and shout, "Oh, go no farther! No trespassing!
Why? What's down here?
Nothing. Never you mind. There's guild business." The other one just immediately like elbows him in the side and goes,
Suspicious. Okay. The party members
Oh,
come with
come
us.
on.
Like, I'm willing to stick around here if Ewain is still having those headaches. If not, unless Daffodil wants to, then we'll push it. I'm just curious. Is this?
Yeah, I will check. Yeah, you Wayne.
Ewain does not appear to be having those headaches any longer.
Oh, well, I'll defer to Daffodil
Okay. I'll be back later.
then. True.
Oh, oi! Don't come back at all! Ah!
I don't actually do that.
Coward.
No, you know what I do? I do float through the wall just to.
Nice. So that they don't know you
Okay.
actually left. Like, she could be in the walls still.
She might never have fucking left.
Wanna go right?
Sure. How's you Wayne feeling?
Playing hot and cold with Ewain.
Literally.
Headache seems to have returned a little bit.
Oh.
You're going in the right direction. It would seem.
I see you're going down that way. Do you want to go down, or do you want to go down right?
Let's try right first.
So, where are you guys going?
To the right. Hold on.
Like upright or down right?
Tokens are kind of caught between directions. Oh, okay, there we go.
My page just went back for whatever reason, so let me fucking log back in.
Yeah, it was weird to give me a thing earlier that was like, "Hey, make sure we need you to log in again," but it still let me do stuff.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
It gave me that Oleo as well, though I got that like well before we actually started playing, so got that covered. Adding NPCs to the party is a fun way to add a little bit more character and depth and whole new avenues of narrative and quest giving and whatnot. It's also a pain in the fucking ass.
I like the
Has all kinds of
direction that Ewain's migraines have been helping us out with.
Literally only after you get to the bazaar that like I didn't remember, like it didn't have that happen when you found like that other guy, mainly just because like I didn't need to like hint at a direction. He was down a single hallway. Okay, anyway, this room. Finally. Okay. In the middle of this 20-foot high room is what appears to be a limestone altar, topped with a misshapen mound of gold that looks like it was poured on the altar in molten form and left there until it cooled and hardened. There.
Oh no.
What?
No, it's just a normal pile of gold. There's
Just a
nothing else
normal
going on.
pile of gold. Looks kind of delicious, actually.
Why don't we try putting it in the bag of holding? So we can sell it later.
Brilliant idea. I mean, like, there's no way that anyone in the pony would be strong enough to lift up a pile of molten gold of that size, but you know.
So I forget I wasn't playing my bard from earlier. So my bard with a strength score of +1 or a strength bonus of +1 is the strongest member of the party. So they always have to ask him to do the things that they normally ask a stronger person to do.
Now,
That's amazing.
So I was about to say, well, as the strongest member of the party, and then I remembered that I'm playing Dolce, who is the rest of my characters, who all have like a -2 to strength or something like that, as I always make it my dump stat.
Yep. You do at least have Yuane.
Yes.
He does have an 18 to strength.
Okay.
He doesn't have an 8. He does have an 18 to strength.
So, of course, I don't want to... How do I phrase this? I'm curious about the door, and I can tell that's a threat of some sort as a player, at least.
Is it?
Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just there for decoration. You're right.
why don't we try to fit the bag of holding around it and then just
You
fit
could
it inside?
investigate the altar.
What?
You could investigate the altar a little bit.
I investigate the altar.
Thank you. There is an inscription written at the base of the altar, just underneath the molten pile of gold.
If you can read this, it's too late for you.
You can't identify the language, but you
Ah.
can discern its meaning. Roughly translated, it effectively says, "Offer thine flesh to him and gain his favor."
Ooh, flesh needs to be offered? Don't mind if I do. You can't see when I'm rubbing my
Nope.
hands together.
Unfortunately, because of the fact that Braylif rolled a fucking ghost, he kind of screwed himself out of this sort of interaction.
Dolce will ask from afar, "Hey, Daffodil, what's going on?"
Deli Pickles pulls out a ghost knife and cuts off some of her ghost flesh to
Oh,
offer
gross.
to the. No, but she will. She says, "If you offer flesh to this altar, you can get its boon or whatever."
Oh,
So, I mean, if you or Tix want to try,
Dolce will look over. What does the altar description say again?
It says, "Offer thine flesh to him and gain his favor."
Dolce offer her flesh. Solstice would. What Dolce?
Could you also both give me a, let's just say, Arcana check?
All right, let's do this thing. I think I got a 13, my favorite number.
All right. And could I get one from Silly Pickles as well?
yes. All right, I gotta open my character sheet again because my page refreshed. Good old. Can I roll another natural 20? Well, I'm pretty fucking close.
The two of you can identify that the mound of molten gold on top of the altar is, in fact, what appears to be an ochre jelly in stasis of some sort, frozen in time, as it were,
Ooh.
though it still looks to be largely malleable.
You know what? I am highly curious. I've been sending vibes to Dolce, like, do it, do it, do it. And so she will pull out... Wait, flesh. What does flesh constitute? She'll pull out her, the silver dagger, sure. I was torn between the silver dagger and the goblin blood dagger. What? I'm like looking at my hands, like, what would I... It's like the easiest thing what grows back quickly? What do normally people do? They like prick a... I'm like looking at my hands and my arms. I'm like, what would I snip off? Flesh, 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 flesh.
That's
Flesh.
not how I expected you guys to go about this, which is neat.
What do you expect?
I don't wanna steal you guys.
Fair enough.
I don't want to do the webbing between my thumb and my forefinger. Okay. No, I don't want to do that either. So, sorry, this is tricky for me. So, there's this game called Heavy Rain for the PS3. where you play as a few different characters, but the most notable protagonist technically is you're playing as a dad who's trying to find his son, who a serial killer has kidnapped, named...
Okay, son.
Yes, exactly. The memes from that. The origami killer has kidnapped my son. In addition to being a terrible father, because the cops asked me, like, so my brother got a way better ending than I did, but I think part of it is because I'm a terrible father. So the cops were like, all right, what color is his hair? Gave me 3 options. I'm like, fuck if I know. They're like, what color was his jacket? Fuck if I know. I didn't know out of the 3 options. What color was his backpack? Fuck if I know. I feel like that was where things started to go south. So I'm pretty sure my brother did better than me in that. He got the great ending, you know, like saved the son, survived, got the girl, got a book deal. I got a terrible ending. I saved my son, but I died. I think the girl also died. The killer got away. No book deal, obviously, because I'm dead. It was terrible. And the reason why I bring this up is there's a specific portion of the game where you're like in some room at a table playing a particular character. And I think it was the main character. You're supposed to like chop off a finger. And then, like, you'll get closer to catching the killer. My brother chopped off his finger. He got a really good ending. I couldn't. I kept drinking the alcohol that give you alcohol to kind of, like, make it easier for you to do it. I kept drinking it, hoping to drink so much that my character would pass out. But that didn't happen. So I just checked it out and chop off my finger. So I'm getting flashbacks to that. To me failing. I saved my son, but I couldn't save myself. And that's what's happening here. I'm looking at my hands. Dolce doesn't have a son, but I don't know.
Wait, what's the comparison here?
The comparison is like he had to chop off his finger, or I had to chop off my finger in that game, and I couldn't go through with it. And here I'm like, what do I chop off? What, like, I don't know, goes back easily. Do I like cut off part of my earlobe? That's probably the easiest way to go about it.
You aren't necessarily required to cut off anything. You're able to identify this creature as an Oko jelly. You know how they eat.
Actually, I don't remember how they eat.
They just sort of absorb things into their body.
Oh, all right. Am I gonna get sucked up into this ochre jelly? Am I gonna get?
I don't know. You tell me. What are you gonna do?
Man, I just got this right hand back. I don't want to thrust it into the jelly.
You have
What's up?
Dolce has 2 hands, and it's just like a meme of holding like a ghost hand with a right hand, and then just like her second hand is just like stuck in an ooze.
I will take my left hand. I'm gonna look over at Daffodil to see if she thinks this is a good idea.
I mean, I don't have any flesh, and I'm fine, so like it's probably okay.
Dolce will thrust her hand into the ochre jelly.
Yeah, I mean, now that I guess when I think about it, maybe it's a terrible.
God fucking damn it.
So you thrust your hand into the Oko jelly.
Yes,
okay?
much to our chagrin, Dolce's and mine's collectively.
Okay. Dolce takes 5 acid damage.
All right, I'll play it.
And add a feat.
Ooh, I like feet.
Called Favor of Dweeblex.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me look that up just so I can give you the spelling.
Yeah, let me see if I got the spelling right. I bet it's wrong. Let's find out.
Correct.
Oh, whoops. That's my bad. Wait, I've heard of this name before.
Roll me an intelligence check.
No, sorry. I mean, roll an intelligence check.
All right, Brelef. Ooh.
It's a god of oozes.
It is correct. He is correct. Dweeblex is the demon prince that is the god of all oozes.
Nice.
So, this feat, Favor of Dweeblex, adds a new ability for you.
Yes, let's go. I love new abilities. Literally why I usually play if they're inhuman.
Proficiency bonus number of times per short rest. You can, as a bonus action, move through another creature's space.
Ooh.
dealing 2d6 plus 2 acid damage.
Nice. Sick. Now,
Fucking cool.
now I can pass through things just like a daffodil can, kind of.
It does specify a creature space, though.
Oh, right. Of course. Can't do walls. But yeah, I was imagining creatures when I said that.
Yep.
Nice. Also, Stuckham, thank you for the posture check, the stretch, so I'll be standing up also, and the hydrate, so I will be drinking some of my tea that I still have here, even though it's 12:51 in the morning.
I mean, I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah, but I'm going to sleep soon, theoretically, so...
Can't relate.
Got work, you know how it be.
I mean, I do too.
This ochre jelly isn't one of your old companions, is it, Yuan?
What? No. How would I have partied with an Oko jelly?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure some of them are cool.
I wouldn't expect it.
I mean, I haven't seen too many skeletons or ghosts that are happy to have a conversation and pal around with you.
I've seen more than Oko jellies.
I suppose that's true. That's it.
Fine,
Just to
that's
spite you,
fine.
I'm playing an ochre jelly in the next campaign.
No, the fuck you won't. You absolutely goddamn are not doing that.
An ochre jelly that can go through walls.
I'm gonna kill you in real life.
Worth it. I'll come back as a ghost. Oh god, now I can hear them approaching.
Literally haven't moved from my chair.
I mean, it would have been funny if you'd played along with it, but sure.
Yeah, I know, but it's funnier to me if I just completely shut down your improv.
That's fair. Alright, well. Unless Tix wants to offer some of her flesh to Jubilex, I guess we're good
Nope.
to go in this room.
All right, let's check
Indeed.
out this door.
What about you, Blockhead? Alright, fair
Blockhead.
enough.
Blockhead says nothing, as he is a piece of wood. What about you, Plank?
You cracked the code. Blockhead is a character just like Plank.
If you say so.
I will not accept Plank slander in this household.
You can have to deal with it.
Good thing I'm not part of that household, so I can slander Plank all I want also.
You are free to move out. So you're opening this door?
Dude. I'll go in.
Remind me, what are your passive perceptions again?
Mine's one lower than Daffodil's. I think mine's a 13. Or is yours
Mine's
crazy
15.
now? Okay, never mind. 15.
Yours is 15?
Yep.
Daffodil,
Hello.
upon entering the room, you're able to notice a gargantuan-sized gelatinous cube
Incredible.
occupying an entire, like,
Holy
fourth
shit!
room.
Incredible.
It's Chewy Flex! I will point this out to the rest of the party. That's fucking scary.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying. Maybe we shouldn't be in here. Unless, how's your Wayne feeling?
Oh, you mean, like, does he have a headache?
Yeah.
Is that what you're at? No,
Yes.
he does not have a headache in this
Okay,
room.
so we've been going
although he'll
in correct
probably have
direction.
although he'll probably have a lot of aches and pains if you stay in this room.
Yeah. All right.
Was your last... Were any of your party companions gargantuan?
No, none of my party members were gargantuan gelatinous cubes.
Dude, there's 40 rules. What? What do you? What do you want to do, QB? Just cut to a fucking skyscraper-sized cello block.
It has a skyscraper with number of people like trapped inside, slowly being digested.
Yeah, I guess we should help those townsfolk. All right, let's go kill those rats.
Scene transition. There's just
I
like
love this role.
100 rats stuck inside a giant cube.
I am
Muffled
terrified
squeaks.
to see this thing's stats, assuming it's different than a regular gelatinous cube.
It's fucking
Because they're-
horrifying.
They're normally large, right?
Yes.
Fuck. This one's 3 times as big.
Yes.
Let's hope it can't move 3 times as fast.
Teleports.
Oh no, it's a phase ooze.
You joke, but
I feel like that's one of the scarier combinations of monster and ability, teleporting ooze. That-
a teleporting gelatinous cube that can just teleport onto your spot.
Nice.
yeah, like that kind of covers its one weakness.
Yep.
Well, I guess they also have like dog shit AC, but
It's got plate mail.
this thing's gargantuan. It better have like 2 AC.
Nope.
How could you possibly miss it?
Yeah, now I'm thinking, you know those phase spiders we fought, but like phase gelatinous cube, terrifying.
Exactly.
Yep. Love it. Love this one.
I can't wait to
Anyway,
come back to this room later. I want to come back here later, but we'll help you win first.
Doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Do you want to like? Let's see. Oh yeah. Floating in the center of the gelatinous cube is a single dwarven skull that does not seem to have been impacted by the gelatinous cube itself.
Remind me, was the skeleton covered in the cloak a dwarven proportion?
No. What
Right.
are you talking about?
Well, maybe I misunderstood, but the gas was like poking a cloak or whatever, and wasn't there
Ah.
also like a corpse or something in there?
There were bones strewn about the room and the robe that would make up a human skeleton,
Okay.
seemingly.
Gotcha.
It was not dwarven in proportion, no.
Gotcha. But it was missing a skull.
It was missing a skull, yes.
Okay. So he's a half dwarf. Got it.
Sure.
Dwarf. Go.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Okay, well, now what?
We can see if Yuane's headache is stronger the south portion here or this right portion over here.
Gotcha.
Do it every time.
Sorry, what was that?
I accidentally drew instead of dragging my toe. Is your headache stronger than it was in the bazaar, or?
No.
Okay. So it's
Oh.
probably in one of those other doors.
All right, so Hey, you want to try this right hallway over here?
Yeah, sure. Assuming these two will let us by.
Halt. No one sees Yek the Tall without Faust being invited for audience.
Turns to you, Wayne.
He shrugs.
Okay.
We can come back. Maybe they changed their name, but we can try this other one up there first.
What's the act look like?
Oh, that's a good question.
One of the goblins rolls his eyes and goes, Yek is a human. He does air quotes when he says that.
As in, like, not a human, or as in...
A billionaire?
Oh no, he's human, all right. He rolls his eyes when he says human again.
That doesn't... I'm amused, but...
Okay,
Roll
well,
me insight.
Am I good at insight? I am.
So he's... Thank you, Blockhead.
Yeah.
So, based off of the way this goblin is speaking, you can assume that Yek is very much not human, but the goblins seem to be obligated to pretend that he is.
And what were the members of your party again, Wayne? That we haven't found yet?
Fuck. Give me a sec.
Given that he's Yek the Tall and is referring to himself as a human, maybe he's just a fucking goblin. Sorry, I asked.
You should be. His party members are Copper Stormforge, a shield dwarf, a human named Midna Taubalth, and another human named Rex the Hammer, who you have found and killed.
Cool.
So you have not yet found Copper Stormforge or Midna Taubalth.
Alright. Yek is probably not one of them.
Yeah, that's what I was
deal with
thinking
Yek
too.
later. I just wanted to be sure. Alright, how about up here? Are they going to stop us?
And give me a sec. The answer is yes, they are going to stomp you.
Damn it.
Halt! None may enter. The goblin the goblin stomps you with a surprisingly deep voice.
I'm tempted to say,
Why? What's in here?
I'm a nun. That means I may enter.
None of your business.
Okay, I guess I won't.
Sorry.
No, fair enough. What if I say, pretty please?
You have to get Yak's permission to enter in here.
And how do you get permission to see Yek?
If you want to go talk to Yak, go ask one of his guards for an audience. Maybe Yak will agree to see you.
How's your headache, Wayne?
Feels worse towards the south of him.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I think we've narrowed things down a little. Hey, can we see Yak now?
Oh, you again. Fine, I'll go ask Yak if he wants to take visitors. What do you need to see him for? Maybe he'll agree to see you if you're here to offer your services or something.
I mean, yeah, we can help him with whatever he needs. We also wanted to enter that hallway up north.
Doubt he's gonna let you in now, but I'll go ask.
Can I see down the hallway, by the way?
Huh?
Can I see down the hallway, by the way? I see the curves.
Not really a
Sweet.
hallway, it's just a room.
Squints to try and see.
You see a wall.
Do I hear any talking?
Yeah, sure. You hear a lot of chatter from the room. Most of it in Goblin, occasionally, occasionally, some chatter in Common. Give me a moment.
Mhm.
Okay. The Goblin returns a couple moments later and says, Yak has agreed to speak with you.
Yay!
Yahoo!
Ew.
Oh, oh boy.
Here I thought we could just kill him.
I'm sure you did.
Okay. Strewn about the room are a ton of goblins who are just lazing about on moldy cushions. Chatting, eating some less than eating some food that seems to be less than good, a little bit past their sell-by date,
A little rusty.
a little rusty. At the north end of the room are two bugbears standing at attention, flanking a very beautiful young man in his about mid-20s, who looks like he is pretty much just permanently posing.
And he appears to be a human.
He appears to be human. He wears a very clean and sparkling silver circlet around his forehead. The rest of his attire does not seem to match his appearance or that circlet in terms of fanciness and cleanliness. On the south end of the map, however, there are two more bugbears standing a little bit less at attention, flanking a dwarf with a roughly shaven face, with some bruises and a black eye, chained to the wall.
Ah, is he a gold dwarf?
Shield dwarf.
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. Ah, my old friend, Carpo Stormforge, looking a little worse for wear.
You should see the other guy.
What do you
Come on,
mean?
it was kind of funny.
Yuane was. Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. I think that these goblins are the other guy.
I meant Yuane.
Oh right, because technically he
right.
just he did die.
Yeah, I guess. Fair enough, fair enough. Walks into a bar covered in kiss marks and lipstick stains. You should see the other guy. Yuane walks down to the dwarf. The two bugbears stand at attention again. Yuane gives a very sarcastic bow and says, "Hello again, Stormforge. Looking a little under the weather this time around." Stormforge does not even. Stormforge looks up inquisitively and does not appear to have any recognition on his face.
Oh, you probably don't recognize Yuane without his skin on.
Nice.
The dwarf's eyes go wide. Yuane, what are you doing here? Look, you gotta get me out of here, man. These goblins are gonna starve me to death. Little stupid little blighters.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
I'd be content to leave you here to rot, were it not for the headache your mere existence seems to give me. He turns to face the rest of the party and says, "Cruel though it may be, I do still seek his death."
Well,
Though I can't rightly expect that the goblins will willingly trade for, or will willingly part with a prisoner that they have taken.
Well, let's see why he's a prisoner in the first place. Perhaps we can work out a little deal that a win-win-lose for us. I say, gesturing towards the goblins, towards us, and then towards Stormforge.
we're gonna negotiate for a prisoner so we can execute him.
I mean, hey, they might maybe that's what they want. Yeah, we'll find out.
Look who's suddenly the beacon of morality.
I mean, historically, she has been with Yuane in his quest. She was the only one who tried to, like, get Rex's point of view.
That is true.
Well, we can do that, though. I would ask that our part of the deal where we actually, like, talk to him and get his side of the story first before we,
Dolce nods as if she's been reminded. She's right. We had that thing going on.
But sure, why don't we ask, Yek.
Yak the Tall.
Perfect.
And,
This guy up here.
I was gonna say, would this be a good time to call it for the night?
Works for me if that's what you guys want.
Yeah, that works for me. So
Alright.
yeah. Next time, I'm very excited to grill Yak the Tall, see what the situation is with Stormforge, and then hopefully, see if we need to resort to less savory methods of if we kill this guy. All right, cool. Well, let me check my schedule. I think I'm good for next time. next Wednesday for sure when I run for you all Journeys to the Radiant Citadel, and then the Wednesday after that when I'm like so torn. To, yeah, I gotta run Journeys to the Radiant Citadel. Well, you all are about to finish up the module anyway, so that's really exciting. And then the week after that, I'm still good for it personally, if you both are, and we can see how this resolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Is there anything either of you would like to tell the class before I take us away? And Stuckham, thank you for sticking around and helping make the stream great.
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I hope you all have a good night, a good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you are, if you're listening live or listening from the future. Let's get it out of here. Catch you all next time. Bye.
Later.
Bye.